Hi, you guys. Welcome to this week's episode of So What's Popping with your girl, the real Nkosi. Yeah, well, that is I. That is me. I don't want to sound like a broken record because I feel like I'm always saying this every week now. It's like, what's the third episode or the fourth episode where I'm saying this, but I am still sick. I'm a bit better now. And I know there's someone out there who's watching this and they're like, I understand what you're going through, girl. Because guys, I feel like there's this wave of this crazy flu that's going around that has been getting people sick for more than a week. Like I'm telling you, like there's this flu. I'm not sure if maybe it's like the normal flu from post COVID-19 or something. Maybe that's how the flu works nowadays. But there's this flu that's going around that's making people sick for like more than a week. Like literally, I have friends of mine that have been sick for 4 weeks, friends of mine that have been sick for 2 weeks, and here I am about to enter my 5th week feeling weak like this, you know what I'm saying? But again, I am getting a bit better. And with that said, yes, I'm back to exercising regularly now, and it is, we're getting closer to summertime. It is springtime, but it feels like we're already in summer because it's so hot. So excuse me if I start sweating. It's because I closed all the windows and all the doors so that my sound can be perfect, because I am recording during the day and there's kids playing outside, my neighbors' kids and stuff. So I'm trying to make sure that my sound is clean and crisp. So I might start sweating because guyashisa, it is very hot. But anyways, I hope you guys have been great. And if you are someone that's sick, take this episode and show it to your colleagues and tell them, hi, but you're not the only one. You're not making this thing up. Fuguti. People have been sick. There is this flu going around that has been making people sick for more than a week. So if you've been telling your colleagues, oh, I'm sick, and they'd be like, you've been sick for 2 weeks now, you've been sick for 3 weeks, and they think you're lying about it. No, shame. I'm not even kidding you. You guys know, like I think if you watch like 3 episodes from this one, you go back, you will see that I keep saying, oh, I've been sick. And I'm really like, I'm like accepting now that that's what it is, especially because now I've met my other friends that have told me, no, we've also been sick for more than a week. So take this episode and show it to your colleagues, and hopefully they will believe you. Uguti, shame, this thing is real. But yeah, other than that, yeah, man, I'm also back to eating clean, because the issue was with this flu. The first week was a bit intense, but I would think like, hi, I'm getting better. I was like taking medication, imshangus, or thinking that I'm gonna, start to feel more energetic and feel like myself again. And it just had taken me a while to get to that stage, but I'm finally starting to feel a bit better. And then it got to a point where it was starting to affect my breathing as well. Like it was really like I was feeling this tightness in my chest. Yes, I haven't been smoking weed and stuff. I take a break from that. So it's definitely not that. So it was the flu was attacking my chest. Yeah, man, it was getting really bad. But at the same time, guys, you have to go see a doctor. I didn't want to go see a doctor because I felt like I had enough medication from the last time when I was sick, and went to the doctor, and I still had medication left over from that I was using, like stuff like for bronchitis and like normal cough syrup and medication and things like that. But also, if you have been sick for a while, I advise that you go to a doctor and get antibiotics, okay? And then, of course, you cannot have antibiotics left over from the last time you were sick, because you're supposed to finish all your antibiotics so that you feel better. But anyways, I hope if you are sick that you do recover and go to a doctor. Once you realize it's not working, go to a doctor. Oh yes, maybe I should put some remedies that I found on the internet that are effective in helping combat this intense flu. I think just the gist of it is like you boil the ginger, the stuff that we should know, those home remedies that we grew up using that our mothers used to make for us. Well, not my mom, because we couldn't afford to buy ginger back in the day. I didn't even know of something called ginger when I was growing up. But anyways, it's ginger. You crush the ginger and the lemon, and you mix honey. I think you also put is it cinnamon or turmeric? I think it's cinnamon, not turmeric. Damn, I forgot the rest, but it's the gist of it is just basically it's the lemon, and the main ingredients are the lemon and the ginger. You crush it, you boil it, you drink that. You've used that before, way back when I was sick at the time when I thought I had COVID and I didn't, but that's when COVID was coming out. And yeah, so I would put a link here in the description box of this video and put the recipe there so that you can try it, and hopefully it's going to help you feel better. But anyways, yeah, for those of us who are now starting to recover, guys, another thing that I feel like I have sort of dedicated this year to, not that I dedicated this year to being sick, but another relevant thing in my life this year, very prominent thing in my life. I feel like I was telling a friend of mine this, we're having this discussion, and I was talking to my friend and I was just telling her that I feel like I dedicated a lot of my time this year to dating outside of my norm. By that I mean like dating people that I wouldn't normally go for. So like normally I go for guys that are around my height because I'm a very tall female. I'm 5'10", which is like 177 centimeters. I'm very tall. I used to model back in the days, but I just realized it's just not my thing. But anyway, so I am a tall female for those who have never seen me in person. So I've started dating guys that are a bit like shorter. Well, most of my exes are short, but like short people, a bit like chubby, because I normally go for guys that are fit, you know. Started dating guys that are like chubby and guys that are like have different interest, you know, like things that I'm not into, like, you know, just to sort of kind of learn, you know, new things, I guess. And yeah, just exploring just new like people, man, and different way of thinking. And I thought maybe in that way I was broadening myself out there to being able to not limit myself when it comes to finding, I don't want to say a soulmate, because I don't think, okay, I will say a soulmate, but I don't believe we have one soulmate out there. But that's a topic for another day. I believe that we have many different soulmates. Because, for example, if I get married to my soulmate and they pass away and I meet someone else, so now what does that mean? Does that mean that person is no longer my soulmate because my soulmate passed away? You know what I'm saying? So I do believe we have different soulmates for different times in our lives. So yeah, man, I've just been like expanding, broadening my, you know, dating range, to getting to know different people and not allowing that thing of saying, oh, I have a type and sticking to my type, because I've been doing that for a very long time. And it's not like a conscious thing. It's just a thing of, you know, the type of people that you are attracted to and you just naturally gravitate towards them. So this time around, I've just been allowing myself to get to know different types of people. And also with that said, like the height and those sort of like silly things, as well as race-wise, because, you know, it's like a normal thing for me. I do date outside my race, but just like allowing myself more, putting myself more out there to the different races to be able to just, like I said, like get to know different types of people and get to explore that and not limit myself. Because yeah, man, you never know what you thinking your soulmate is out here, you know, on some Zulu guy, and your soulmate is not a Zulu guy, your soulmate is an Indian man, for example. So those sort of things, it's just like it's been fun. Let me put it that way. It's been fun. And like I said, I wasn't like forcing myself to do it. I just decided that, hey, let me just start dating different types of people. And this entire year I've been like dating. And also, for the record, before I continue this conversation, let me explain what I mean by dating, because I know people have this weird idea of dating. So someone is probably sitting there like, you've been dating around this year, that means you've slept around. No, guys. So dating is, I haven't been in relationships, okay? Dating is getting to know people. Let me just use one person here as an example. You're getting to know someone, that's dating. You are hanging out, trying to understand each other, learning each other is what I call it. And you are basically going on dates and it's essentially that. You're just basically learning each other and allowing yourself to befriend that person before just jumping into being in a relationship with them. So I know with some people, people of my generation nowadays, how they do it is, oh, you meet someone, you get to know them, you're like, oh my gosh, I like you so much. You start hooking up, and then you just, automatically end up in a relationship with each other. And it's like, oh, we're together now because we've slept together and we told each other we like each other. So that's not the type of dating that I'm talking about. I'm talking about the dating of actually giving yourself the time to learn the other person because you have interest in them, or you find them interesting, and I don't want to say you are giving yourself time to learn to love them. No, you're learning to get to know who they really are. You already kind of have some sort of interest in them. You do already like them, but you're just allowing yourself to get to know them a bit more before jumping into committing to them. That's what dating is. And so you can then get to know different people. You can date different people at the same time, is what I'm trying to explain. And Dating doesn't mean that you have to have sex with that person. That's not what I'm talking about. Dating is essentially you just befriending that person, but you both know that you like each other. So it's not like that high school thing of you just hanging out as friends and you don't know how the other person feels. No, in this case, you know that the other person has interest in you and the interest is mutual. So you start like hanging out and those sort of things. I've been doing that. I've been doing that. Sorry to anyone who's watching that. I did kind of dates this year. And if they feel like maybe they were the only one, no, you were not. I did date around a lot this year. And excuse me, I did say I'm still a bit sick. I did date around a lot and didn't have a lot of, I haven't had much, I haven't had much sex this year, but I have been dating a lot of different people. And what I can say from that, now going back to the dating thing, it's been quite interesting for me to sort of get in touch with that side of myself. It was nice for me. It's nice for me because it's like a recent realization, you know what I'm saying? Because right now I'm not really dating anyone at this point. I've just been focused on other things in my life because I just recently tried dating someone and we both realized it's not going to work, and that's that. And we didn't even have sex and stuff, so that's really cool. That's the nice thing about dating, actually. When you date properly, it's like you're not really forcing yourself to rush into things, and I like that. It's very mature. But yeah, anyways, so it was interesting for me to learn certain things about myself as I was getting to know different types of people, or as I was venturing into understanding others. I was able then to understand myself better. And I feel like that's the best or the biggest takeaway for me in that experience this year, that as much as it sucks that I did date different types of people and it really amounted to nothing, because I was hoping that I was going to sort of find like a soulmate or someone to actually be with. And, I was just trying to put away that thing of being judgmental and, like I said, going for, I have a type, my type is this, my type is that. I was really just trying to explore and allow myself to fall in love organically and fall in love with the person that I actually like. I don't know how to explain it that better, or how to phrase it better, but to fall in love with someone genuinely, authentically, and not fall in love with them because they remind me of a past, a previous ex, or like someone from my past, or they feel familiar rather. So I thought maybe that would help me find someone that I would get along better with, or someone that I can actually be in a mature, healthy relationship with. And man, there were some promising candidates, and I think as I was doing that, I was also, like I said, I got to learn things about myself as well, and I wasn't able to also become better for the next person, if that makes sense. And I think I'm at a point where I understand myself better now, and I understand what I also deserve. And man, I just don't want to be giving too much of myself to someone that is. Yeah, but anyways, let me not get into that, because someone who's watching now that I dated is going to think that this is about them. But anyways, it's just quite a refreshing experience. So I just want to recommend that to you guys. Uguti, do go out there and date. And dating doesn't mean you have to sleep with that person. Dating is just getting to know different types of people. You can date different people at the same time. Unless you are with someone who is going to express, okay, I'm just getting to know you. Are you also just focusing on getting to know me? Then in that case, you're going to have to be honest and disclose. It's okay, I am dating you, but I am also maybe dating someone else, those sort of things, which is a bit painful sometimes, but honesty is always the best. And you will come across, someone where you feel like, because it's not good to every time I dated this year, I was dating multiple people. No, it's only recently where I was just I'm just getting to know different types of people, and whatever. If I meet two interesting people around the same time, I'm going to get to know both of them, and I don't hide it from them, is what I'm trying to say. With me, I wasn't hiding it from them. The other one knew that, okay, I'm only getting to know you right now, and I just came out of trying to get to know someone else, and I'm the type of person that I will talk about the other person that I'm dating, but not in the way of saying what we did and what we didn't do, throwing it on your face type of immature shit, no. But in the sense of just telling you that, oh yeah, so on Wednesday I had another date with the other person, and then you're like, oh, how did it go? If you want to know, if you don't want to know, whatever. But just so it's not a thing of people see me in public with you and then they whispering in your ear that, oh, you're out here with some hoe. We saw her on Wednesday with another guy. She was out on another. Like, no, I'm very transparent like that. I'm going to tell you, I was out on the other day with another guy, the other gentleman that I told you about that I'm seeing. And then when I get to a point where I'm not seeing that person anymore, I'm going to tell you, okay, so I've decided I really like you a lot and I want to continue just seeing you and getting to know you. I'm done talking to the other person and we've ended things and decided that we're not going to work out. So even if we don't work out as well, I would like for us to just be able to have that open dialogue of saying, okay, this is not working out and we can just stop. There's no pressure of now because I've stopped dating the other person. Now you're kind of, have the pressure of like feeling like now you must impress me because we now sort of kind of belong together. No. But yeah, I feel like that sort of kind of dating is better if you are dealing with people who are a bit on some sort of intelligent level. I don't want to sound like I'm being disrespectful or like I'm trying to sound cocky or whatever, but it does take a certain amount of maturity to be able to date people that are dating for learning you. They already like you, but they're dating you to learn you, and they're not rushing into sleeping with you or into taking things to the next level, whatever that may be, or whatever that may mean in your situation. So yeah, man, I advise that you do that because, like I said, the biggest takeaway from me was being able to learn about myself and how I handle different types of people and different types of situations and scenarios that I've never been exposed to. And so, yeah, I guess shout out to myself. Shout out to myself for exploring different avenues and for being able to give those people a chance, because to be honest, even some of them did not deserve to have me, like that. Like they just did not deserve to have me. Like if I think back to the beginning of this year, there's a guy that I sort of kind of dated. We were getting to know each other, not like dated as in we dated, and then we sort of kind of almost got into a relationship until I found out that he was just really hiding a whole baby, and he was hiding, I think, a baby mama or a girlfriend or like a potential wife or whatever. But anyways, yeah. So with like, for example, that guy, I just feel like he just did not deserve me, and he did not deserve to have or experience that side of me, that vulnerable side of me that only people that I end up in relationships with end up seeing, because I'm a really tough cookie. And as much as I'm very expressive and I'm very vocal, but people tend to perceive me as someone who is intense because I seem like a very tough, the typical strong woman. But when I get to know you, if I really, really like you, I show that vulnerable side of me, and I become very feminine. And because I feel safe around you, I allow myself to be that vulnerable. And so I feel like, with some people, they really did not deserve to see that side of me. But anyways, again, the biggest takeaway was the fact that I was able to learn things about myself as well, and I have no regrets. And yeah, it's just, like I said, it's been refreshing to date outside of my norm. And yeah, I just reached the conclusion that I'm just better off by myself right now, and I'm happier that way. And yeah, it's just, as I'm growing, I'm getting older, I'm 30 now. There's a lot going on in my life. There's a lot of changes also, just not only in within my body, actually. Like there's a lot of changes. For example, oh yes, because I said I'm sick. I know some people are going to think, oh yeah, you've been sick for like you're entering your 5th week sick now. You've been sick for 4 weeks because it's a Friday today. You're probably pregnant. Nah, I'm not pregnant. One thing, I'm not as pregnant, okay? Because I just got my period. I know that's too much information, but I am on my period right now. And where I'm going with that is that another thing that, like, part of the changes in my body is that, like, my cycle has changed. You guys, like, I don't know if other women relate to this, but as soon as I turned 30, my cycle just did other things that I don't understand. Sometimes it's a 22 days, sometimes it's 24 days, sometimes it's very heavy, sometimes it's light, sometimes it lasts longer than a week. It's been very intense, so I've had days where I'm like, oh my gosh, am I pregnant? Throughout the year, I've had so many pregnancy scares, and it's just like, I'm not even, because, even when I wasn't sexually active, I would still be paranoid and think, oh my gosh, I'm pregnant. Where's my period? But, yeah, man, like I'm dealing with a lot of changes right now, and just as entering into adulthood, and as you guys know, I've got school as well. So I'm, going through that and wanting to find like a proper job while I'm studying, which is a bit hard. or looking for a proper job so I can buy a nice car, because I'm getting to that point now where I want to have my own car and I want it to be my dream car, and I can't even afford even the basic cheapest car. I don't know why people think that I have a lot of money. I'm a broke ass bitch, you guys. I can only afford my school fees and other like essentials, but like I really want to buy a car. So I'm really trying to get like a nice job or like gigs that are gonna pay me really well so I can save up and get the car that I really want, because I have that pressure within myself that, oh my gosh, I'm 30 now and I want to have my own car, you know, just as a sort of like a personal fulfillment thing, even though I know there's no pressure out there. And guys, you should never rush your life, by the way. Don't ever rush into life just because you see your friends doing this and that. You know, with me, luckily, I don't have that pressure from the people around me, or like just from seeing people on social media. I'm not easily influenced in that way, you know, because it's just a very negative way to be influenced, because you're seeing people getting this. You see someone buying a Gucci bag. Now you think, I need to get myself a Gucci bag because, you know, I also want to look cool and I should be wearing Louis Vuitton on my Instagram. Nah, you know, that's a very negative sort of influence. And I'm here to influence you to not be influenced in that way, okay? Do your thing at your own pace and be yourself, and don't rush into things. And if you really want something, work hard for it and go out there and get it. So I really want to get a car. Like I really, really want to get a car. Not that I need it, but I just want to get a car. And I want it to be the car that I want, okay? But anyways, and I'm not going to say which one that I want. I almost downgraded my dreams. I remember telling my friend this one time that I wanted to buy this other car, this other cheapest car. And I was very close to going and buying and like saving up for that car. I wasn't going to buy it, but because I couldn't afford. But I was saving up for that car because I'm like, this, at least I can get this car. It's the cheapest, you know. And her reaction when I told her the car that I wanted to get, she was like, And then I thought to myself when I was alone, I was like, oh, okay, actually I am downgrading because that's not my dream car. And then I told myself, like, yeah, just go back to, you know, aiming for the car that you want, you know. But sometimes, guys, no, it's not possible to get the car that you want. But I want to get the car that I want. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've waited so long to get my own car. It has to be the car that I want. But anyway, so things like that is like I'm just dealing with a lot right now, just trying to find my footing in the world of adulthood, and again, also just finding that balance between school and, you know, having a job and not having a job sometimes, and, you know, pushing content and getting the money that I get from the content and spending time with loved ones, and then the dating, you know, it becomes a bit overwhelming, especially also with these new hobbies that I'm picking up, because, you know, me, I like to be active. So I'm also trying to make time for that, exercise as well. It's a lot, you guys. And yeah, I think I just realized that for now I am doing a lot and I need to just take a break. Okay, that's another thing, you guys. It's like, as much as I've been sick and I had to allow myself to rest, because this flu that I have, or had, let me just say I had, maybe if I say had and speak about it in past tense, I'm going to be manifesting it for it to go away. So I manifest that I'm well. I am well. So this flu that I had, I was able to like still like do things. It wasn't like I was bedridden, by the way. I know my other friend is like bedridden. He's been sick, shame. But like, it wasn't like, I wasn't like bedridden or anything. I was still able to go out and see my friends and see Abofa Dill, you know what I'm saying? And then I was planning to see Zipe in Johannesburg. So I was still able to like go out and hang out with my friends. And like I said, I was also still dating, and I would go on dates until, you know, the people that I'm dating, or the guy that I was dating, because I was dating someone who was like really nice. But anyways, shout out to him with buying me flowers. Thanks for that. It was really nice. I didn't have to ask for the flowers for once in my life. I didn't have to ask for flowers. This man really was, you know, he was close to being the one. But again, it is what it is. You know, we have our differences as people, and we want different things out of life and out of relationships. But anyways, hopefully he's not watching this. But yeah, man. Anyways, what was I even saying? I've been thinking about him, just made me go quip. Oh, grrr. But yeah, anyways, you know, like, I just feel like I was able to live my life still, even though I was sick. And so with that, also with this week, I decided, no, maybe that's why I'm not getting better. Let me stop this thing of just because I'm sick, but I can go out and I can do things and I can be active. And also, yes, I was wearing a mask so that I wasn't like infecting other people. Okay, I try my best. Yeah, so this week I decided, you know what? let me just take a break. It's because especially it was starting to really affect my breathing. So I was like, let me just take a break because my chest is really struggling. And it's also with the change of season, it's been very windy outside. As much as the sun comes out, it gets really cold. Or it was getting like a week ago, it was getting a bit cold, like in the mornings and towards the end of towards late at night in the evenings, it was getting really cold. And then I would get like sinuses and things like that. So I was like, let me just stay home and for 1 week and just allow myself to be bedridden, even though I don't feel like being bedridden. And I was just been resting and like taking a lot of fluids, and I didn't have an appetite, you guys, so I wasn't really eating, but I was trying my best to eat like my yogurts and fruits and all those things, and I drank a lot of water this week, a lot of water. Yeah, man. So it's also important, Duguti, find the time to rest. With all that's going on in your life, find the time to rest. And I know this is not the first time I'm talking about this, but we have to really allow ourselves, even if the resting isn't you chilling in bed all day, you know what I'm saying? Even if the resting is you just taking time to be within yourself in doing whatever you enjoy, without the pressure of, oh, I need to put myself out there so that people don't think that, oh, I'm isolating too much, you know what I'm saying? And with me, I needed to just accept, first of all, with the dating, that I did do my best. I, put myself out there to people that I would never put myself out there to, and I don't regret it. It's just a thing of some of them did not really deserve me, but it was me really giving it a chance. It was something that I consciously decided to do, to really give it a chance. And now I'm at a point where, without even forcing myself, I just feel like I've had enough. To be honest, I've had enough, and it was fun, but I'm just at a point where, okay, I'll just rather just be with myself and be by myself right now. So, yeah, I'm not really interested in anyone in a romantic way. And it took me sitting down and actually asking myself, what do you want and who do you want? And I realized, actually, I need a break, besides the fact that I've been sick, but I just need a break from trying to learn other people, because I was at a point where, okay, I've done enough of that, and okay, it's been fun, but it's nothing is coming out of it. Like, I'm not like meeting someone where I'm like, okay, I see the future here with you. Yeah, and a lot of these people also, it's like people that don't really know what they want exactly. And, some of them, they are very mature, but it was like some of them are just like, and I'm talking from like, I'm not talking about something like just like a recent individual so that the person that was buying me flowers doesn't think that this podcast is about them. No, just the whole year, even before you met me, sir, the whole year, and you have been getting to know. In fact, if you're watching this and we sort of kind of interacted this year, that you felt like there was potential of us becoming something and nothing happened, that's because I was really just giving you a chance. Chances are I wasn't going to give you a chance, like on a normal day. It's just that this year I was really just opening myself up to, like I said, getting to know people that I wouldn't really normally go for, because there's that thing that of, oh, I'm getting older and I'm always indoors because now I'm in Pretoria. There's not much to do here for me except for like focusing on school and like, trying to work and make money for my school fees and just for my life and for that car that I want to buy. But it's like, I'm not like always going out because I don't really have a social life out here in Pretoria. And so it got to a thing of like, okay, I'm not going to meet my partner while I'm sitting inside the house. You know what I'm saying? I've tried dating sites, but then I had to stop doing that because people are always like using my photos there and trying to scam other people into thinking that they're talking to me. And then I have like 50 people hitting my DMs on some, hey, I messaged you on Tinder, or I messaged you on Bumble, or I messaged you on WeChat, or whatever that thing is. And I'm just like, I'm not even there. That's not my profile. So whenever I go there, it's also like a mission of now people think, are you real? Are you not? And then it just never works. Like, but I don't have an issue with meeting people online, Shame, because I mean, which other way to which other option do I have? And I've done like dating sites and stuff and dating shows. Imagine, even went on TV looking for love, and still here I am. And yeah, I guess the takeaway from this episode is that sometimes it's okay to date around, first of all, and dating around doesn't mean that you're sleeping with these people. Dating is essentially just I feel like I've been using essentially like 50 times. Dating is essentially getting to know different people or a person, learning a person. Let me just simplify it for you. You're getting to know an individual, and it doesn't mean that you guys are having sex, you know. You can be all kissy here and there and all those things, you know. There's different ways of being intimate without actually having, without becoming sexual, you know, engaging in sexual acts. So, yeah, man, you can date around, and I think it does help in you understanding yourself and also learning things about yourself that you need to work on and improve on so that you can be, because sometimes some people are not dateable. And when I say some people, even you as yourself, sometimes now you're sitting there, you're single, it's because you're not dateable, because you have certain habits that you need to learn to let go. And so when you're dating, that's when you're able to, if you date and you become you become open to learning things about yourself in the process, and being able to fault yourself instead of making it about the other person and how they don't deserve you and how they deserve you and what they bring to the table. Think about what you bring to the table as well, and what you don't bring to the table. In that way, then you're able to look at yourself and analyze yourself and have some sort of introspection of, okay, what can I do better to be a better partner for the next person who is going to be perfect enough for me, and that I'm going to be perfect enough too, or for, you know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, man, I advise you go out there and you date, and also just besides the dating, guys, take a break. You know what I'm saying? Take a break. You know what I'm saying? And I know I keep saying the same thing, but guys, take a break, please. You know, there's a lot of people out there who are draining themselves and they're doing too much. Just take that time to heal. Maybe also now, if you are sick, maybe that's why you're not recovering, because you keep going to work. Take that break. You know, like I said, tell them there's this flu that's going around. You've been sick for a whole month. You know, you've been sick for a whole 3 weeks or whatever, 4 weeks, 5 weeks even. Maybe you just need to find that time to just rest, like how I did. And I took this week to just rest and allow myself to not do much, and just, take a lot of nutritious stuff that's going to help give me nutrients that are going to boost my immune system and sort of kind of help me get better. And also go see a doctor and take antibiotics. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm sweating here. Okay, guys, but actually, yeah, anyways, go out there and date. Dating doesn't mean that you're sleeping with these people. And I need to go hang my laundry right now while the sun is out. It's hot. But yeah, I hope there was some sort of takeaway in this episode. I know I really just spoke mostly about myself. Yeah, so yeah, I'm going to put a poll out there. You guys tell me, what do you think about dating multiple people? Do you do it? Would you do it? Do you think you're mature enough to be able to do it? Because I know some of us are also not mature enough emotionally to be able to handle dating different people, or to be able to handle the fact that the person you're getting to know is dating different people, because now you become maybe a bit possessive, or, you cannot really juggle having feelings for different people and those sort of things. But yeah, so you're gonna let me know what you think. I'm gonna put a poll down there. But yebo, guys, like I said, ne? Another thing also with umjolo is this thing of, it's okay. Oh my gosh, why am I sweating so much? I feel like I need a glass of juice. A glass of juice with ice, lots of ice. I must actually do that. There's no juice here. I finished all the Oros. Because I wasn't eating food. So the only thing I could do was to drink the Oros when I was sick. But anyways, I need a glass of water or something. Since we're not going to have snack corner, I guess I'm going to call this story time, since I'm really just rambling about my dating life, to be honest, and my sex life. But yeah, guys, sometimes you'll find that you are in a relationship also. Let me talk about the people who are in relationships just in closing. Sometimes you find that you are in a relationship and it's with the person that you really have strong feelings for, had strong feelings for at the beginning, and now you've grown attached to that person. And you will find that if you sit down and you ask yourself, is this relationship still serving me? And how am I fulfilling my role as a partner to the other person that I'm with? Because you have to sit and think about those things if you've been in a relationship for a long time. And sometimes you'll find that it's just not working anymore and you're forcing it. If you are young, especially you guys, I know there's the streets is dry out there. I can tell you right now, there isn't much out there of any good people that are worth dating. If they are out there, they're probably indoors like myself, so they're really hard to find. And if you do find them, they maybe become indecisive because, like they feel like there's like the endless pool of people out there and the fish. There's many fish in the sea, but to be honest with you, there's really not so many fish out there in the sea. But that doesn't mean now you must allow yourself to just be stuck in a situation where you feel like I'm with this person and I was committed to this person and now I feel like my feelings for this person are changing. My advice to you is to get out, slowly. It doesn't matter how you do it. I don't know. I can't advise you on that. But all I'm saying is don't stay in a relationship where you feel like it's no longer serving you. And it doesn't mean that the other person has done something wrong or that you are doing something wrong, or probably maybe even if you are doing something wrong, then it's not fair on the other person. You have to decide, okay, let me just end this, But don't stay in relationships just because you are like, how do I put this? Don't stay just because, okay, you guys have been together for long and now you're only staying in the relationship as a way of honoring the fact that you guys have been together for long. You know what I'm saying? That person can still mean something to you, especially also if you have children, that person can still mean something to you. They can always still be a part of your life as just a friend or as someone that you once really loved, but you have to let go. Do not allow that attachment of we've been together for long hold you back from, finding another fulfilling relationship out there for you. And it's okay, even if it means you're dating like 50 people throughout your lifetime. If that's what makes you happy, if you're going to stay with the person for as long as they make you happy and you get to a point where you're like, okay, they're not making you happy, you need to move on. But also keep in mind, there's also not a very healthy way of dating if you're going to feel like every time a person stops making you happy, you leave. Sometimes you just have to stay and work it out, but you have to also find and give yourself someone that is worth staying with even when things get rocky. But all I'm saying is, if you are in a situation where you are with someone that it's just not working, go out there and go after the person that you actually want. Let that other person set them free. It's so refreshing to be free. I don't even know how to explain this to you. Because like I said, now I was dating or, trying to date people, trying to meet people. And I just didn't take breaks in between. I'm like, okay, I'm jumping from this person. Okay, next I'm getting to know this other person. It's been fun. But it's like, I just got to a point where I'm just burnt out. You know what I'm saying? I'm burnt out. And I'm not one to take my exes back or to take like a past fling back. But I just got to a point where I started thinking about people that I've actually dated. And I was like, I wonder how this other ex of mine is doing. Not as a way of saying I would take my exes back now that I've dated other people and realized that we don't get along that well, whatever. But it's a thing of, I just sat and thought about, those good times that I've had with the exes that I had in the past. And it just made me realize that I haven't been getting that sort of feeling of feeling like, yes, girl, should be a rapper. Watch out, Jujula main friend, I'm coming for your job. That feeling of feeling like you are just in a honeymoon phase, not even a honeymoon phase, like butterflies in your tummy. You know what I'm saying? That sort of thing, like those feel good vibes and tingles, And I was like, okay, I'm not getting that. And I can give myself that in other ways with the other, hobbies that I have that make me happy, and I am better off when I'm free and I don't have to explain myself to someone and I feel like I have to make time for someone that is maybe also not sure about me, because also that's another thing. Also, you can date people, but when it comes to a thing of like the other person, you maybe starting to realize, okay, I can actually be in a relationship with this person. It doesn't mean that once you get there, that the other person is already there as well. Dating you and starting to like you a lot. And then next thing you're telling me, oh, I'm still trying to figure it out. Let's just continue sort of kind of dating. I'm not ready for us to be officially in a relationship yet. And then it's so frustrating when I'm ready and the other person is not ready. So I just decided, you know what, if it's taking you that long to actually be sure about me, then probably you just will never be sure about me. You know what I'm saying? You will just never be sure about me. And it's okay to just release people and set them free, and to just have that also, that, like I said, that mature conversation of, okay, this is where I'm at and this is how I feel about you, and you're not there. And yeah, and why what are your doubts? Okay, I think you have this doubt. I don't think they're going to change, because I'm not going to change. That thing about me is not going to change. It's who I am. This is how you are. And that's okay. We can just, go our separate ways. And it was nice getting to know you. So, but anyways, it's nice to explore and it's nice to have your freedom. Yeah, man. So go out there and date, you guys. Like, you're not going to find a soulmate chilling indoors, is what I came here to actually express. I basically just came here to vent about my dating life, is all this, this sounds like I'm just rambling about my daily life. But anyways, I hope you guys are great today, and be safe out there, and stop sleeping around, you guys, and take care of yourself emotionally and physically. I finished the workout today. I'm feeling fantastic, even though I was sick, for those few weeks. I had a few setbacks. I've lost some gains, But yeah, I'm back now. I've been very consistent this week. Like I said, I've just been taking things easy. And yeah, another thing that I decided to do was to get back to forcing myself to eat, replenish my body, because I haven't had an appetite for a while. But I've been eating now, and I'm back to working out consistently. And hopefully by summer, the girl's gonna be out here popping for herself, since she ain't got no man, and it's gonna stay that way. And I think I've decided that I'm going to remain celibate for the rest of the year. I think it's the 4 months that are remaining. I'm saying the rest of the year because January is my birthday, and I'm hoping to get laid, at least for my birthday. Hopefully by that time I'm going to have someone that I like. I know it sounds fucked up. But anyways, okay, I'm running out of time because I don't think I have enough space on that phone. Anyways, I hope you guys have been great. We're entering the weekend. Have a fantastic one. And take care of yourself and your loved ones. In the words of one of my best friends, in the words of Ziphelele Dube, show yourself some grace, give yourself some grace, and give grace to others as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yay! Go out there and play some Show My Josie, because it sounds like my tongue is saying Show My Josie. So yeah, you guys enjoy your weekend. Goodbye and bless you. Thanks.